So it's a balmy 107 degrees Fahrenheit right now here in Chandler, Arizona. I gotta say, this is one of those days. I was running errands earlier in the day and just kind of silently cursing the weather because it's so dang hot and it's actually a little bit humid, but here I am outside wanting to show you my little plant haul, which you may be saying, Jenny of Cookies Cacti, aren't you out of space? What are you doing buying more plants? And I would say, you got a good point there. Yes, and here we are. So I was at Arizona Cactus Sales earlier today because they put out some new inventory on a bunch of Astrophytum. And I went over there and I came home with a few plants. Though a couple of these I actually bought the last time I was there when I did the filming for their outdoor retail space. So actually 2 of these I bought during that trip, and then 4 of them were from today. So I can't believe I'm actually doing a plant haul, because at this point I have to be so discerning about what I bring home, because there's so little space in there, like good space, shaded space. But here we are. So let's take a look at these one at a time. So today I picked up this Echinopsis hybrid, and it has LA Pink labeled on it, so I'm guessing it might be some really nice big pink flowers, but I guess it'll be fun to see when it flowers, what it ends up looking like. So here's the first plant, and I'll just tell you the prices on everything because, why not? So this one was $10. I love the short spines on it. I don't know if these would pup or not, but we'll see. I don't have too many Echinopsis. I think I might have 2 in my, under the pergola, but here's number 3. The next one is an Astrophytum that I picked up today. This was $15. And oh, look at that shape. I love it when they're really chubby like this. And I know a lot of people like the 3-ribbed or the 4-ribbed Astrophytum, but I actually like the 5-ribbed ones the most. They just have that wonderful star shape, and it's so symmetric, and it's just beautiful. And this one has the wonderful specking on it. I think they're trichomes. And then the ribs have like those white stripes on it. It's just so beautiful. I couldn't say no to this one. They had a bunch of them, and I limited myself to just 2 of the smaller ones. They had a lot of big ones as well, but here's the next one. This one was also $15, and this one just caught my eye. It's a nudum, but it's got these really interesting patterns on the rib. I've never seen one that looked like this, so I couldn't say no on this one. Actually, of all the Astros I bought today, if I could only take one home, I think I would have taken this one home. And you can see there's a flower bud forming on it. So these are nice. Even these smaller ones are already old enough to be flowering, which means you can pollinate, you can collect seed, which is awesome. And the next one, here, I'll move over here. This one is an Ariocarpus grafted onto a Lophocereus shadii rootstock, or totem pole cactus, this bottom part here. And this was grafted by Matt at AZX Plants, so I'll put his Instagram handle down. And he also sells plants on Etsy, so I'll put his Etsy shop information probably in the description below. Matt is an amazing grower. He grows from seed. He grows all sorts of cactus, but he grows a lot of Astrophytum as well. He'll put a lot of his plants, or I don't know if it's a lot, but he'll put his plants at Arizona Cactus Sales and sell it there too. So this was grown, and this graft was done by Matt. And I think what he mentioned something about grafting like a piece of Ariocarpus sideways or something, and that induced the extra heads to grow. So look at that. And for me, I don't have many grafted plants. Actually, I think I only have 2. I have one other one that was also done by Matt, also with a totem pole cactus stock. I find these to be interesting, and I'm really curious to see if the grafted Ariocarpus grow any faster than the ones on their own roots, because I have a lot of seedlings that are growing off their own roots. So, you know, although they're starting off at different sizes, but it'll still be interesting to see how quickly or how slowly these grow. I find the grafted ones, at least the other one that I have from Matt, it's kind of nice because I can squeeze the rootstock and kind of determine when it needs water by doing that. This one's actually a little bit squishy, so I mean it has give to it. I'll probably wait a little longer before I water it. But you see, I think this rootstock is trying to grow another arm. I just messaged Matt to ask him about that. I think usually when the rootstock tries to do this, a lot of people will cut it off or pick it off because they want the energy of the rootstock to be directed to the scion, to the grafted plant on top, rather than directing energy to grow another arm. So they usually remove that. This is pretty cool. So let's see how this does. By the way, this one was $50. Ariocarpus tend to be on another price level, but this is actually not bad for something clumping like that, and you know, the graft and everything. All right, so I have 2 large chunky Astrophytum. Let me start with the one on the end because it's easier for me to grab. So this one I bought, this one and the Ariocarpus graft I bought when I was there last time when I was filming their outdoor retail space. So this was one I picked up at that time, so it was $50. This kind of rib patterning here really got me. I just think it's really beautiful. It looks like it potentially could have some Onzuka in it, potentially, but these Astrophytum hybrids have probably been hybridized so many times that you don't even know what characteristics, and like they'll develop, like even over time they can change. And when these flower and then pollinate and produce seed, their seed also grow with completely unexpected characteristics. So these are just like, besides being beautiful, they're really fun. And I have collected a lot of seed off of my other larger Astrophytum hybrids, so I'll probably be sowing them once I do my next round of seed sowing. But yeah, so this is quite cool. And then the last plant of my haul I picked up today is this big one. It's another Astrophytum hybrid. This one was $75. And what's interesting is that you can see it's just like a nudum, a var nudum type of Astrophytum, but it's got these spines, like these short spines on the ribs, and you can tell this has already been flowering. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, so all my big large Astrophytum are from Arizona Cactus Sales. You know, it's not cheap. $50, $75, $100. That's a good fair chunk of money. I think in terms of like an absolute number, yeah, that's expensive. But if you go and shop around at other places with large Astrophytum, these prices are hard to beat. They'll be over $100, if not even $200 or so. Sometimes even more than that at other places. So I found these larger Astrophytum to be one of the better deals. But if you know of other places with even better deals, let me know. But yeah, so these are the plants that I've purchased today, and the last time that I was at the nursery probably was at maybe 2 weeks ago. Hopefully you enjoyed this little plant haul. Might do some like close-ups right after this of each plant. Hope you all are having a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.